Welcome, family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry we a little too late. Um, to the first underrated sports show with my brother D to the S to the one. Subscribe and like to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Let's get them likes and the views up on my past live streams and my videos. Share this, hit the bell. Any resource, anything, anytime y'all want to get in touch with me. My Facebook page is Jerry Thomas. My Facebook group is all in caps at JT Blackman 44. And my Twitter account is I'm sorry. My Twitter account all in caps at JT Blackman 44. And lastly, my Instagram account, The Underrated Dark. And so what this we're gonna deal with sports tonight. And subscribe like to my brother Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And we're gonna talk about the games that have been happening this past weekend. All right, my brother. Peace to you. Thanks for joining.
Peace, peace, peace.
Peace. All right. Well, it's a lot of games has been going on for the past weekend. Um. So what games stand out to you past weekend?
Well, I'm a Spurs fan, so kind
Okay.
of uptight that we lost. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't have took that loss. I think we only lost by like 4 points, but we needed that win. You know what I'm saying? Because the other teams that was ahead of us, they lost too. So if
Yeah.
if if we would have got that L, that would have moved us up a few more spots.
Hmm. But I know there's a lot of games has been going on lately, and there was also games like was like a lot of games was like was they was playing for playoff position, and
Yeah, basically it's that time. It's that time of the season where people paying for their playoff spot. Just that time of the season, So that's why I kind of was upset we took that L, man, because that shit could have helped us. OKC lost.
yeah,
The only teams that really won, and they was like number 8. That was the Jazz. They won, but all
yeah,
the other teams that was ahead of us, they lost, except Portland. Portland right now, you know, they about 4 or 5 games ahead. So,
hmm,
we gotta win these we gotta win these games, man.
hmm,
We gotta finish out strong because we don't, it's easy to drop when you got 3, 4 teams that basically got the same record. And right now in the West is um OKC,
hmm,
the Spurs, um, and I think 2 more other teams. Oh yeah, the Pelicans,
hmm.
and it's one more team. But I know us three, we pretty much got the same record. So, and the Pelicans, they got a good squad, but we gotta win these games, man, because that'll push us up. We could at least make fourth, fifth seed if we
Hmm.
if we finish out strong. So
Yeah, yeah.
Right now, it's a little battle in the West.
Yeah, it is. And Cleveland came back and beat Brooklyn yesterday. And, Brooklyn had like a big lead, and they came back and beat them. So Cleveland is moving. Cleveland going trying to get the second spot, and the Sixers trying to keep the Sixers trying to move down, because now the Sixers is leading the Nuggets 59. The Nuggets leading the Sixers 59-51 at the half. It's like 23 seconds left at the half before the half. And also you got the Knicks and the Hornets that they ain't going nowhere. And the Lakers and the Pistons. The Pistons is like on the seventh spot. So they find trying to keep aboard of that. And the Grizzlies and the Timberwolves, they just started. And the Celtics and the Suns, they are later. The Celtics, let me see. No, let me get the Celtics and Suns, yeah, they play tonight. And tomorrow it's the Spurs and the Wizards, the Nuggets and the Raptors. Also, you got the Cavaliers and the Heat, and the Trailblazers and the Pelicans. Now, the Trailblazers, I believe they in the fourth, and the Pelicans. So, I think wherever that team wins tomorrow, they're gonna move up in the top four spot in the in the West. And then you got tomorrow, you got the Bulls against the Rockets, and the Rockets should have that game. It shouldn't be no problem with them. They most likely they're gonna rest their starters, so they're gonna get the bench more time play. And also tomorrow, also they got the Mavericks and the Kings. The Mavericks they should take that game, and the Bucks and the Clippers. The Bucks should win it, and the Pacers and the Warriors. That's like a pick'em game to me because Stephen Curry he's out for the playoffs. So that's that. So see for the standings. And then the standings, you got the Raptors, they 54-20. The Celtics, they 50-23. Kyrie Irving, he gonna get a knee operation. Then you got the Cavaliers third, the 76ers is fourth. The Pacers, you got the fifth, and the Wizards. And then you got the Bucks at the seventh, Heat the eighth, and oh wow, the Heat keep on holding on to the eighth. Now the Pistons are all moving up because a few days ago they was in the 10th, they was in the 11th slot. Okay, then the rest is. But but the West had to but I think the West is gonna be real tough, and I think San Antonio is gonna move up. Like you said, they gotta win. They have to win to keep on moving up.
Yeah, we gotta close out them games, man. That's what we gotta do. We gotta
Mm-hmm.
come. We gotta close them close games out. You know,
Mm-hmm.
especially when we playing a team that's in the West. We
Mm-hmm.
gotta close these games out.
Yeah.
Because you see what LeBron did. Brooklyn had
Yeah.
them guys up, and he came back and took over. That's the shit that we need. But see, we don't have our star players, so it's a little difficult for us to do that. You know what I'm saying? Right now, we leaning real heavy on LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah.
He been
Yeah.
he been producing, but I think other motherfuckers need to step up and at least average 10, 15 points. You know what I'm saying? Because we need that.
Yeah. We
Manu, somebody got to step up, man. I can't even say Manu. We need some of the other guys to step up, like Powell. They need to step up, man. Patty Mills, we need some people to step up. Really, who really need to fucking step up, and I'm disappointed in him is Rudy Gay.
yeah.
He's very inconsistent, very inconsistent, and he's a great player. He a great talent, but he inconsistent.
Yeah.
You know, we can't count on him, and he's too much of a good player for him to not, for him to not be a go-to guy. Because if when he get on his shit, dudes can't guard him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He quick. He got a quick first step. You know what I'm saying? He's strong. He got a little shot. You know, I think he need to focus more. You know, in the low post than perimeter because he like to shoot a lot. He need to come down a few more notches and get that mid range jump shot instead of instead of him stepping out on the wing and taking all these perimeter shots. We need them buckets.
Definitely the buckets, right? Exactly. I got you. Yeah. But I see some games was going on through this week. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. It was competitive, but as we see the playoff teams that start making a big push. I'm talking about the fifth seed all the way up to the first seed, and and it's also, to me, these games is very vital because if you even lose one game, you, instead of like you be like the second seed, you can knock down, you can come down all the way to the fifth seed, and so that's why that means that the coaches have to be real careful how they gonna rest their players now, because you don't want to rest your starters and then all of a sudden you start losing games. So that's gonna be like the coaches had to really, really make a decision. That means that's when the report of the team comes in the picture, and assistant coaches comes into the picture. Who we should rest for a certain amount of minutes and play, because most teams gonna be in the playoffs. And they want especially they starters. They want their stars to be fresh, and so it's hard. Like Cleveland. Cleveland got it all right. They got an okay bench, but they know they're gonna need LeBron. And LeBron played close to 40 minutes a game. So LeBron's not coming out unless like he want to get a blow. But the other player, they should get some experience because they're gonna really need them.
Nah, LeBron gonna play, bro. He don't want to hear that shit.
Mm-hmm.
When it come to shit like that, right now, they not the first or the second seed. LeBron gonna play. Period. He is no rest me, none of that shit. He's going to play. He don't want to hear that shit. Other dudes do need to step up, but LeBron gonna play. There's no you rest LeBron. Never. Never. They're not gonna do that. I don't see that happening at all. LeBron is their star player, and LeBron wants to play. A lot of people say, LeBron is not determined. He don't have a killer instinct. But when it comes to shit like that, when they're down, you give LeBron James the ball. You put the game on LeBron's back, and he's proven that he can do that. So, LeBron's gonna play, bro. If he not injured or nothing like that, hopefully he don't get injured.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? He's gonna play.
Yeah, definitely.
He's playing. He's playing. There's no rest in him. He's playing.
Right.
He's playing. Fuck all them other little dudes. LeBron's playing. Straight up.
Playing. Right. Mm-hmm.
Straight up. You better not even dare to ask him to take no rest. And we not in first, second, or third, and you want me to rest? Somebody get fired.
Yeah.
You sit LeBron down if you want to. Teron Lue, good night.
Yeah.
He don't play that shit. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people complain about that when it comes to LeBron. But all LeBron is doing is exercising his power. He's using his leverage. Mike did the same shit. They made the hand check call because of Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. So that's what he's doing. He's exercising his power. And if they lean towards LeBron, oh well, motherfuckers can't be mad about that. But a lot of people be mad at LeBron because he could do that, because he could pull those strings, because he could get coaches checked and in trouble and shit like that. People get mad at that. But all that man is doing is exercising his power.
Mm-hmm.
That's all he doing. That's all he
Mm-hmm.
doing. You know, Steph get calls made for him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he be doing a lot of flopping and acting and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, people just gotta understand what it is, man. When you a star player, not just a star player, but LeBron is the best player in the NBA
Mm-hmm.
right now. Nobody's better than LeBron James. That's a fact. So,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of things he's gonna get his way. Period. Period. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and if they try to sit him down, somebody will be in trouble. So they
Yeah.
better not do that, bro.
Nah, they better not do that. Yeah, you're right, exactly. Now, but I did the West. Now I got the West. I'm reading out the schedule. Houston got the best record in the NBA. They 60 and 14. The winning percentage is .811. And they division, they still got division lead. You got Golden State 54-19. Now, when he says why, that means they division leaders. Well, the X means that they clinched the playoff spot. So you got Toronto. They got the top teams. Toronto's 54-20. Um, they should move up. And Boston's 50-23. You got Portland 45-20. Now Portland is a scary team. I would tell you why, because they got McCollum and they got the other guard, Dillard. They ain't no joke. They ain't no joke. But I think what's gonna hurt them because they don't have a big man that can grab rebounds and get you some blocks and some scoring. So, but I think that if they bench would help them out, maybe they can move a little further. Then you got Cleveland, it's 44-29. We already talk about Cleveland, LeBron. Then you got OKC. Now, me and you talk about OKC about a few days ago. And my take is this on OKC that Melo got to get more touches than Paul George. If they're going to get more, if Paul George will get more touches than Melo, they're not going to go all that far. And they definitely need a big man that could grab rebounds and score. Because Steven Adams, he's not doing it. When you got Westbrook, it get you like 10, 11 rebounds. That should tell you something. And if they switch it up like that, like I said before, get Melo get more touches, that means Melo could grab rebounds. Melo could cause a lot of mismatches. And then you just let poor George, he pick his spots here and there. So I hope they make some changes in that. You got Philadelphia, you got that rookie Simmons, he looked good. You got that center, he be hurt. He came from Kentucky. He playing well. He's playing well. I like Philadelphia's all right. Indiana, they 43-31. They got Oladipo and he playing well. But I'm not sure the rest of the starters. They got an okay bench. But all the people playing, he playing out of his world. Then you got New Orleans. I don't think they clinched a playoff spot yet. Then we call San Antonio, Minnesota, Utah, Washington. Then you got Denver, Milwaukee. I'm reading the teams that family that they out. So I mean, they still in playoff contention. Then they got the solid teams and stuff like that. But this gonna go down. This gonna go down the stretch and stuff like that. So, what you think about the games on the weekend, my brother?
Well, I think it was some good games. The I enjoy watching the Cleveland and Brooklyn game. Um, there was a few other games, but a lot of the other games you can't really see when you on a certain coast. But like I said, I was upset that the Spurs lost. Definitely was upset over that because
Mm-hmm.
we supposed to win all these shits because we too close. We could end up in the third or fourth spot. So I'm upset about that. Um, there's a few other good games, but I was only able to at least watch one because the other games, they on the West Coast.
They're on the West Coast, right? Exactly. They're on the West Coast. Well,
But OKC, speaking of OKC, they definitely need to put Melo in and tell Paul George to relax. Because it makes no sense to have Carmelo Anthony and he just sitting the fuck around. I understand Paul George is good, but he's not better than Melo. And I feel like Melo will play better with Westbrook
mm-hmm.
because when I watch OKC games, you know, this dude Paul George, he be kind of like invisible at times. He's not he it's like he doesn't have a certain presence, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And we need that.
Mm-hmm.
We need that. So we need Melo. They need Melo. They need Melo.
Yeah, and also on the Celtics now, they saw Kyrie has surgery expected to miss 3 to 6 weeks. So Boston, I don't think Boston ain't gonna go too far. They probably can get to the Eastern Conference championship, but they gonna lose to Cleveland because Cleveland got to me they got a little more firepower and stuff like that. And then Boston got some pretty good role players, but a lot of them, especially you got some rookies, they never had playoff experience. And so when Cleveland made that when they traded Isaiah Thomas to the Lakers, they got some players, they were pretty good. Some of them played the other teams and they had playoff experience. And that means a whole lot when you have players that that have um that have playoff experience. But I do want to talk about Milwaukee a little bit. Milwaukee, to me, it's like an in-betweener team. That's a team that they got Middleton, they got the grief freak, they got excellent guard play, and but at the same time, to get better, they had to trade. They got rid of Greg Monroe and stuff like that. I feel if they would have had Greg Monroe, they could have sneaked up like to the top four or top three because in the playoffs, it's not really all that running. It's really half court offense and half court defense. It's all about different sets, and so now Milwaukee, now they gonna have to rely on running. I'm not saying that the Greek can set it up, could do because he's a two-way player and he's gonna get better. But the playoff experience means a whole lot. But I believe that Milwaukee is going to be a year away. If they get a nice center, don't have to score that many points, but grab rebounds, block shots, maybe like squeeze out maybe 18, 19 points a game, like a double-double, get you 5 or 6 blocks. and all like that. Now I didn't understand why they got rid of oh man, what's that guy's name? What's that center name? When it comes to me, I'll let you know. But I understand why they got rid of him because he was playing well. And but Houston, Paul. I mean, if they're gonna go far, Harden gonna have help. So that means Chris Paul had to be healthy. Trevor Reason have to be healthy. And Ryan Anderson, the big man, he shoot three. He could shoot. I think he got at least in the game, he got at least get about 10, 11 touches. Because when he hit the three, that's gonna spread out. That's gonna spread out their offense, and they gonna be much more dangerous. So they got Gordon too. Man, Cleveland got a lot of shooters, but their big man is pretty good. They big man is pretty good, but like I said before, he got to gain the playoff experience, and you know, and it's going to be more. Like I said, it's going to be more half court game. So the thing about how Houston is going to adopt. Now Cleveland, we know Cleveland not to adopt. We know Golden State not to adopt. But I think it's going to help Cleveland because Chris Paul does play in his career. He always been on the playoff team, so he knows what it is. You know how to go about doing it. So I think they're gonna be okay about that. The Timberwolves, they do got a pretty good team. They do got Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose, I think Derrick Rose really going to help them. But I think Towns gotta stay out of foul trouble. And I don't know. Butler is back, but I know he was injured and stuff like that. And I like the young kid too from Canada. I like him. So Timberwolves they got a very underrated bench. They come in, they do work and everything. But I think that if the Timberwolves want to like have home field advantage, I think they just should win more games. And I think if they get that fourth seed, I think they'd be pretty good. I think they really be pretty good. Then you got
Well, let
then
me just say something real quick
right.
about the Timberwolves. I like Towns, Carl Anthony Towns. He nice.
Mm-hmm.
He's nice. He's a beast.
Yeah.
I watched him in the All-Star during All-Star break. He's a
Mm-hmm.
monster. He's a monster. I love his game. You know, I think they got a good team, but they have a young team and they developing. You know, so they just gotta work out the kinks. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I think they got a good team,
Mm-hmm.
Timberwolves. And as far as Houston, they're gonna have, James Harden gonna need help.
Yeah.
He can't drop 60 every night in the playoffs. It's not gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna happen. His ass would be worn out by the second, third series. He'll be
Mm-hmm.
done. So they definitely need to help him. He need help.
Yeah.
He definitely need help. He's not gonna do it by himself. You could do all that shit during the regular season, but postseason it's a different ball game. Like you
Yeah.
said, it's more of a half court game, and it's different. All of that running and gunning and all of that. Mm-mm. And this one, I think they're gonna need Chris Paul because Chris Paul is a facilitating point guard.
Mm-hmm.
He's a facilitator. He controls the tempo.
Mm-hmm.
See, James Harden don't know how to do that. James Harden is shoot first. That's
Mm-hmm.
why he's a shooting guard and not a point guard. And he's a shoot first shooting guard. He's looking for a way to score and only score.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't care about the tempo of the game. He
Mm-hmm.
doesn't. And that's when they're gonna need a old vet that know how to control the tempo, that know how to slow the game down, you know, and set up in that half court and get the good shots that they need to win the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, James Harden cannot do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how much he bring the ball up the court.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Tracy McGrady used to bring the ball up the court. Look at his career. Never won shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So, you know, that's James Harden is going to need that. He's going to need Chris Paul. He is.
Mm-hmm.
Because Chris Paul is going to slow the game down. And he's going to get James Harden the right shots.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And Chris Paul could also get the big man involved. He could get other people involved. He could set people up with better shots. You know, instead of this dude just running crazy, you know, running up and down the court, running past everybody every damn play.
Mm-hmm.
That's not going to last in the playoffs. He's going to get burnt out. And that happens to James Harden all the time. That's why some games he have great games, then other games he be cold as ice. Cause he wears out. He come on. You only one man. You gonna wear out after a while, especially in the playoffs. So I think they definitely need Chris Paul. They definitely need Trevor Ariza. You know? Trevor Ariza, I feel like Trevor Ariza could be the new Robert Horry. Cause he make those big shots. That's what he do. That's what he do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I agree on that. Yeah, that's true. I didn't mean to cut you off. But at the same time, though, too, you know, and plus, you know, he's a vet too. So that means that also he could play defense. And you definitely gotta need somebody to play defense on the wings, especially when you play half court. We're gonna get these shutouts going and we're gonna keep it going. They're off. Jarvis Davis, peace to you, brother. Jarvis said he got Golden State. D Love 1000. Thanks for showing love for us, brother. My beautiful one, Miss Beautiful Miss Rice. D Love say he got Houston. That's not a bad. And then also D Love said OKC, Spurs, Blazers, Pelicans. Jarvis Davis say Houston, not or nothing. Yeah, I can see that too. But Craig J, welcome. Zeus the Flipper One, thanks for coming. My sister Ty Brown, thanks for coming. Thanks for joining. Oh, D Love, your team's Phoenix. Okay. Zeus the Flipper One said, I went on the Knicks. Knicks my team. I support all New York teams, but you know they definitely out. Yeah, he said I miss out in Houston. Okay, LeBron is the GOAT. Shout out to the champ. He definitely is the GOAT. The sister I am trying to be John Star dunking on Jordan. Yeah, that's a class of poster. Big up the Reign Supreme. Thanks for coming. And my team, that's a good question, my brother Jarvis. When I'm looking at the West, the West is kind of tight, Jarvis. So I'm saying if Houston, if all the chips falls on, I would like Houston to come out the West. The East is kind of easy because you got quite a few players on the playoff teams. They hurt like Boston. And I think the Greek is kind of nicked up too. And Philadelphia, they kind of nicked up too. So, and then you gotta think about Simmons, like I said, the rookie from Philadelphia. This is first time he gonna be in the playoffs. So he really don't know, and especially on Philadelphia, they really don't have nobody that have the playoff experience to help coach, help get them there. So I think they also is like a year away. So my prediction is, I'm just saying my prediction, early prediction. It could change. I'm looking for Cleveland to come out the East. And I said that it might be, I said Houston 1A and Golden State 1B, because you can't count Golden State out because they got an excellent bench. And so I could say, well, I'm going to put it right now. I'm going to say it like this. Cleveland going to come out the East. And I said the West, if Golden State bench will step up that they usually do, I'm gonna put a slight edge, just a slight edge on Golden State. But if Houston come on top, I pick Houston. So I'm gonna leave it like that, and I'm not gonna pick the finals. I'm not gonna pick who's gonna be in the final. But I'm not out the West. But I believe Cleveland's going to represent the East in the finals. Cleveland's going to represent the East in the finals. So
well, I'm gonna say, it could be a toss up, man. You know, I love LeBron. I'm a LeBron fan, so I'm rooting for LeBron. But Boston got a good team. The Raptors got a good team. He gonna have, his team is gonna have to help him this year.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, LeBron is not the problem. It's the mother niggas. If they don't play up to par, they can lose. So, but who I see coming out the East is either Boston or Cleveland. And coming out the West, for the championship, I'm gonna say either Houston, or I'm gonna say it's three teams. I'm gonna say Houston, the Warriors, and I'm gonna have to say I really believe OKC could too, bro. I ain't gonna front, I would love to see, honestly, I would love to see LeBron versus Westbrook. I would love to see that. I would love to see OKC versus Cleveland in the finals.
Yep. That's an observation. I hear that, but shout out to the TTHP, the Truth Hurt podcast. Welcome, family. Welcome. And Jarvis said, no way. Jarvis Davis already talking about LeBron is garbage. Oh, come on, Dad. Come on. But I will say, if Steven Adams will show the hell up, if he can get at least about 9 or 10 boards, I can see that. But OKC, yeah. I think the West could be a turn. I think that if the Spurs keep on winning, the OKC keep on winning. But like I said, OKC got to switch up. They got to switch up the touches. They have Melo got to get more touches than George. If they're gonna rely on Jordan, they're gonna use Miller as a third fiddle. They getting smacked. They getting smacked. And all them triple doubles that Westbrook could average, they don't mean nothing. Steven always showed that he don't. But I still say this, that what impressed me about Houston, they're not afraid to play against Golden State. When teams scared to play Golden State, that's what they get you. They run you off. But Houston's not afraid. And also you got the Timberwolves too. So, well, it could be debatable, Jarvis. That could be debatable. So there's no discussion. I'm saying like this: Steph Curry, that's one of their best players, and so that means Durant had to pick up to do some playmaking, and we already know now. I really want to see is Thompson, if they gonna let Thompson get Thompson the green light now, because that's their best two-way player of Golden State. I want him to get more touches.
That's a good point, bro. That's a good point, because now that Steph is out, we gonna see what Clay do. Because a lot of times when Steph is not playing, Clay is quiet.
Yes,
he's very quiet. He flies under the radar. So with Steph not being there, I believe Durant could run the team, because really it's fucking Durant's. Durant pretty much. The plays go through Durant now. I don't know if anybody see that or if I'm bugging, but I see a lot of the plays go through Durant.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna see. We definitely gotta watch Clay's game. Is he gonna step up, or is he's gonna ice up like he usually do? Because he be freezing up a lot when Steph not in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see what Clay do, because Clay matters. He definitely matters.
Yeah, he does matter. But I'm gonna say, I'm gonna pay the difference on that, brother. Is this that Klay Thompson? They don't never have no plays for him. So whatever points he get, he had to get on his way. But I think what Golden State need to do, because they go to the playoffs. Now do we have to find out if they're gonna be the second seed or the third seed. But what I want to see is they're gonna draw some play just for him, so he can get off. Because his defense, he's an excellent defensive player. He is. He an excellent defensive player. But he averaged like maybe 21, 22 points a game. So that means that he got to average at least about 10, 11 more points. And so that's the key right there. I believe he can, but he got to get his touches, and then the bitch has to step up. And Draymond Green is their center. I mean, I forgot the other center. But see, the dunk. I forgot his name. I really didn't name his name. Javar, whatever his name is. But he be's in foul trouble. So that means instead of Draymond Green play the power, he got to play the center. And so we got to check out that dynamic too, to see what chess games that other teams going to do. Because in the West, it's not that many big men in the West, if you come and think about it. Mostly some of the big men is in the East, but like the Hornets, they still trying to get that A spot, but I think they still far. And how he played well, I don't know why they trying to talk about him. They have to playoffs, but I think that. No, I forgot about Houston. Houston do got a big man. I keep forgetting. I'm sorry, Houston, but Houston is the only team could expose um Golden State because a 6'8" cannot hold a 6'11", and so let's see Houston is gonna see that and have some place for that big man from Africa because he can score a little, but he get rebounds and block shots, and he do runs the court very well. So I like I said before, well, let's see that other teams going to see what we see, and I see they're going to expose that. Let's see we're going to expose. See they're going to expose that because that is very very important. Because when you when you in the half court, it's all about creating matchups, and so and Golden State is very good doing that. They know how to set put. They know how to set a mismatches and everything else. So um, let's see if the rest of the West teams, or I'm talking about the playoff teams, is willing to adopt because see the players is all about chess. It's all about execution. It ain't. Some people say it's all about X and O's. That is true, but it's all about execution too. So I think that Golden State, you still got to keep an eye on Golden State, but Houston, it's up to them. That's all I can say. Peace to our educator in our community, Brother Rob. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming. Welcome to the very first underrated sports show with D to the S to the 1. If there's any questions that y'all want to ask, feel free. And I think that we got it in the East. I think we have to wait and see to the last week of the season, because I think that there's going to be some teams going to move up. I think the West just about set, but I think that the team is really. I think the Dark Horse team right now in the West is San Antonio, because San Antonio. Oh, brother, ask me the question. What seed of San Antonio is in right now?
We in 6.
Oh, you're on 6. So if they keep on winning, I'd say like within a week they can get the 4th and the 3rd seed. So that means that we ain't talking about Houston. Houston got the number 1 spot. So you got really the Warriors and the Blazers. They got to keep on fighting to stay afloat of the 2nd and the 3rd seed. Now the fourth is a given. So the Pelicans, they good, but AD ain't no joke. And he got
they 5th. They're 5th.
They ain't 5th. Okay, they ain't no joke. Yeah. They ain't no joke. But they bench is suspect. But they start 5 is okay. But AD gonna get his numbers. There ain't no way. Ain't nobody gonna stop him. And so what we are. Oh, I'm sorry, Sheena. Welcome, Sheena. I'm sorry, sweetie. I passed you up. I'm sorry, but but get back. I'm gonna go back to the other team in a few minutes. But the San Antonio, your team, brother, that the ones who putting up big numbers is Aldridge.
Yeah, we leaning on him right now. and he's been doing his thing, man. But he can't do that shit for the rest of the season. Other guys got to step up, man.
Yeah,
We
I
need
think.
our guards. We need our guards to step up. We need better guard play. Patty
Mhm.
Mills need to put up some more points.
Yeah.
You know, our vets need to step in and put some points up. Like
Hmm.
Manu, we need better guard play right now because Lamarcus he's dominating for sure. You
Yeah.
know, but we need better guard play. We need our guards to step up at this point because he
Yeah.
definitely stepped up. You know, with Kawhi Leonard being out, he
Hmm.
definitely stepped up, and we need Powell to step up too, man.
Yes.
Stop playing so goddamn soft and passive.
Yeah. Yeah. I was getting ready to say that, brother, because if Gasol could get into the act, San Antonio be on their way, and then about almost an hour ago when you mentioned Rudy Gay, I want to see Rudy Gay because Rudy Gay when he played with Memphis, both those years we played Memphis, Memphis was winning over 50 games. They always were division leaders, I'm talking about a few years ago. So Rudy Gay always show up in the playoffs, but he needs touches too. And you know how San Antonio is. If you play well, you're gonna get some playing time. And the good thing what I like about San Antonio, they do go deep. That's what I hope. I know people that why you hopping on Houston. If Houston want to go further, they have to go 9 to 10 deep, possible 11, because Golden State is going 10 to 12 deep. You got to have people. You got to do that because bodies could be expendable. People get tired, and so let me read these comments. I'll continue. Brother Rob said the West would be wild. That's true. Jarvis Davis said Golden State has the West on locked. I wouldn't say that yet because you keep
Nah,
on.
Jarvis. Nah.
Jarvis. You keep on forgetting about Houston. Houston's real. Houston plays D now. They play the passing lanes well. They got people. What I like about Houston, they bench. They do got long people. They play the passing lanes and they run. And that Ryan Anderson, that he could shoot. Oh, shout out to BO 9263. Welcome, family. He part of the LDBC family. Subscribing. I want y'all to subscribe and like to everybody on the chat. And Bo, welcome to the very first Underrated Sports Show with DS1. Thanks for coming, family. And Bo, which team that you looking for to step up in the playoffs? I'm talking about the East and the West. And again, welcome. And yeah, you say Houston run. No, they don't run and shot no more. They throw the ball down there now. They throw that ball and that center is doing all right, and Trevor Reason. So I don't know, Jarvis, all due respect, I don't know what you looking at. Houston look very good and they play defense. They in the top 5 in defense now. Top 5, top 10. So Houston, come on now. They don't have no, I'm saying like they reckon 58 and 14 for nothing now. Oh, so Bo, you picked the finals, Houston versus the Cavs. That's pretty good. Okay, I could halfway see that. Yeah, I could halfway see that. But brother, let's talk about the mid. I'm talking about the mid playoff teams that you think is going to move further up in the playoffs.
Yeah, man. We can't. Y'all gotta remember too, man. Steph is out.
Mm-hmm.
So don't just think Golden State gonna be running amok now. And other teams could beat Golden State. That's why I'm saying, man, you gotta look out for OKC. OKC is in the 4th spot.
Yes.
You gotta watch out for them boys, man. Them Westbrook is coming.
Yes, right.
Westbrook not playing. Westbrook is not playing.
That's
He's
true.
not playing. And like I said, if they put Melo in the game, it's really on and cracking.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Y'all really better be careful. Don't get Melo started. Can
That's right.
nobody on Golden State hold Carmelo Anthony? No,
That's
none of them.
mm-hmm.
None
That's
of them. Drake and Draymond, no. Draymond will not want to have to deal with Melo.
no.
He will be upset.
That's a mismatch. It's like you robbing a little kid. Come on now.
He wouldn't want to have to deal. And what I mean by that is he wouldn't want to have to deal with, this dude going crazy and scoring. Because y'all got to remember, Draymond Green is the leader of the team.
Yeah, he is.
Steph may be the star player, but the leader, the one who everybody listens to, is Draymond.
Yeah.
And with Melo out there going crazy, he'll be going crazy on his players.
Yeah.
Just like when they play against LeBron and them.
Right.
He hates LeBron. Draymond Green already said it. I hate LeBron. I hate playing him.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Melo could bring that same energy. So don't sleep on OKC. And like I said, don't sleep on us because Kawhi Leonard won't be injured for too much longer. And if that boy get back in the groove, it's really on.
Yeah,
really,
true.
really on.
That's true.
So y'all not safe, Jarvis. Y'all not safe, bro.
Yes, Mello. And also, shout out to Strange Man Clay. Thanks for she said she's sneaking on the phone. Thanks for coming, my sister. Very much appreciated. She shut you out too. D to the S to the 1.
Shout out to Strange Magic, man.
Yeah. Shout out to her. Thanks for coming, sister, and stay as long as you can. But I'm gonna tell you this though, that y'all better put some respect on Houston, man. Y'all better put some respect on Houston, man. But like I said before, Chris Paul got to be. He cannot be injured in the playoffs and everything. So let me ask you a question about New Orleans, the Pelicans. What you think about that, brother?
Well, the Pelicans is good, man. They're good, and we only like one game back from them. As a matter of fact, I think us, New Orleans, and OKC all have the same amount of losses at this point, if I'm not mistaken. I think we all have 33 losses. So, can't sleep on them either. The Pelicans is nice. They're definitely going to make the playoffs, but I do think, due to lack of experience, I think that they could get bumped first round, but they're a good ass team.
Yeah.
And I feel like, that boy, Andrew Davis, that's the new Shaq.
Oh yeah.
He's the new Shaq, bro. He's a wreck box.
Yeah.
Like this dude, he's really a monster. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
He does what the hell he wants. Like Shaq used to do. He does whatever he wants. Whatever he wants.
You talking about AD?
Yeah.
Yeah, and and a lot of people don't understand this too. That
Anthony Davis.
Yeah, Anthony Davis. A lot of people don't understand too. When he first played basketball, that he was a point guard. One year he grew like almost 7-8 inches. So when he played in Kentucky, he wasn't really scoring. He was really blocking shots, grab rebounds, and setting people up. Now he got a jump shot. Now you always know he can put the ball in the foot. Like I say, he had point guard qualities, and also he shoot a 3-pointer now. But what's so scary about him, my brother? He not even reached his prime yet. And that's scary. You know, oh yeah, Bo, he said, yeah, but ain't he on bad terms with Pop and Leonard? He talked about San Antonio and stuff. But I'm gonna say this, Bo, that if Kawhi Leonard come back, and I'm saying he in full strength, I could say this, that, and also Gasol show up too, and then the other bitch. But if San Antonio, if everybody plays, all I can say this: Houston, Golden State, and Portland, they better watch out. Because one thing about San Antonio, they know how to win. They know how to play. They very good. And so Anthony Davis, I'm gonna tell you like this though too. I'm gonna pick a team out that I wish Anthony Davis would have been on in the West. We gonna take our Paul George. If Anthony Davis would have played with OKC,
Oh my God, it'll be over. Clean sweep. Clean sweep. Clean sweep. I just peeped the chat too, bro. I see Brother Rob said Portland just beat OKC.
Okay.
That's not good. That's dropping them down now. So now
right?
they got like 34 losses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, that's not good. Because you don't want to get the A spot, because you get the A spot, you gotta play Houston. So people gonna try to stay away from that 7th and 8th spot. Your best bet try to stick from 6 to 1. That's your best bet. That 7 and 8 spot. That's not good. That's like first round sweep or loss, or you gonna lose a series.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You don't want to be in those 7-8. No, you don't want to do that. That's why San Antonio, they in good shape. They just have to win. And OKC, they cannot drop. They cannot be for the drop. But Brother Rob was one wants to talk about Damian Lillard of the Trailblazers. Oh, Damian Lillard got game. He been had game. It's just that the West is so loaded up, they overlook him. But Damian Lillard got game. He originally from Oakland. That's where Jason Kidd is from the Bay. And then you got that guard from Seattle back in the day, Gary what's his name?
Gary Payton?
Payton, right. So, and then on the summertime, he worked with them. And his defense got well. His defense, excuse me, family. And also, Damian Lillard, his defense got better too. And McCollum, that a lot of people don't understand, a lot of people don't know this, play alongside with Lillard. He come from an Ivy League school too. I forgot the name of the team. But now Damon ain't trash jobbers. What are you talking about? How Damon? All right. So all right. All right. Why Damon is trash? Name one guard. Jarvis Davis. That Damon can't hold.
Damian Lillard is a killer.
You crazy? And Damian Lillard,
he's a killer.
You crazy? In the playoff, he got playoff experience. By him alone, he be having send teams home by himself. Curry, but you talking about Curry? Curry ain't playing, so Curry non-existent. Why you keep on talking about Curry? Jarvis David, Curry is out for the season. He done,
bro. That's why he like Golden State, because of Steph. He's a Curry fan. I don't think he's a real Golden State fan. Yeah. I think he's a Curry fan. Like a lot of Golden State people are. Just like a lot of, like, I'm not a Cleveland fan. I'm a LeBron fan.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I think he's a Curry fan. That's really what it is. But
yes, you are, Jarvis. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. But why are you talking about Curry? He's out of the playoffs. He's done. Now, if you want to bring up Thompson, you want to bring up Kevin Durant. All right, I hear that. But Curry's hurt. He's done. You know what I'm saying? See, I know what you're talking about now. But I would tell you like this, though. Excuse me. In the East, the dark horse team for me in the East, I'm going to go out on a limb on this. I'm going to go out on a limb. Yeah, I'm waiting for you. Name a guard. I'm waiting for you. Jarvis. I would say Milwaukee. A slim dark horse in the East. But I said that, okay, it could be Sixers too. I said Milwaukee because they got good players and they got better. You said Curry what? You said Curry better than Damon? Well, if you said that Curry is better than Damon because he won a championship, okay, I could go for that. But right now, you keep on saying Curry's not playing. Damian Lillard is playing. Well, I say either guard is good for me, but I like Damian Lillard. I watched him when he used to play with Weaver State in college. When he was killing these big schools, just killing them. Weaver State. So I always was a big Damian Lillard fan. I always was. I always like his game because there's no fear of him. And like I said that on they do got a nice center, come and think about it, in Portland, but they don't really give him the ball. But every time I see him, he do okay. He do all right. Which game is that you said Curry just had 29 on the first game back? When was that game, Jarvis, my brother? Yeah, we're gonna talk about the Sixers too, brother Rob. We're gonna talk about the Sixers. Matter of fact, let's talk about the Sixers right now. Are you familiar with the Sixers, my brother?
Not too much. I ain't really caught too much of their games, but I know they got a nice squad. I know that.
Okay.
Ben Simmons is nice.
Yeah, he's nice. Yeah, I like Simmons. I like Embry. I like him. I like the pieces they had. I do. They young pieces, but they gonna get better. If they keep that core, they gonna be the team in the future. They will definitely be a team in the future. But I get back Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee, they need a big man. The Sixers, 76ers, Nah, nothing. But you know, I think the Sixers could sneak up on people. I believe that, and I think Boston is vulnerable now because you know you got Kyrie is hurt. He gonna get his knee. He gonna get an operation on his knee. So do I think that Boston is gonna just go lay down? No, Boston's not gonna lay down. And I
That's
still
who. That's who I'm actually pulling for in the East, Boston.
Boston. Okay.
Yeah, I want the I want it to be Boston versus Cleveland in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay. Now I would tell you like this though. At first, I'm saying if they would have Kyrie Irving, this is what I'm talking about. I'm thinking before. If they had Kyrie Irving and they play against Cleveland of of Eastern Conference Final, that would have been a classic. But I still, but to really think about the really analyze the two teams and everything, I think this going still gonna be a pretty good series. I really believe that. I think it's gonna. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be legendary, but it's gonna be one of those teams that you're gonna look back and say, "Wow!" And it's gonna be like some players that's gonna step up to be stars like in a few years, and then they're gonna look up back at that series. If they meet up in the Eastern Conference Finals, they're gonna look at this and say, "Wow! I remember I see this person, that person, and they become stars and stuff." So they got it's that certain feeling to me about that, you know. But I believe Boston will in the East semifinals. I believe Boston have like a little too much with Milwaukee, but the Greek is gonna put up numbers. He gonna put up numbers. He see something like Anthony Davis. They gonna put up numbers, and they're gonna do whatever they can to get their teams over the hump. But like I said, you know, in the playoffs, you gotta have two or three scorers. You gotta have scorers who can give you at least about 20 points each. You gotta have that. You gotta have like half court. You know, it's like because everything slowed down when you play. A lot of people don't understand this. A lot of team, in the playoffs, everything slowed down. So when you play slow down, that's when you grasp it much quicker. So I'm looking forward that I feel in the East, the one that could keep the turnovers down and I'm saying work on half court sets of either side. They're gonna win the game. Those that to me the East. I think the West is gonna be somewhat, but they're gonna run more. But when the chips come down, everything, that's why OKC cannot take no more losses. They cannot take no more losses because OKC is an ideal team that they could play high court if they want to. Like I said, get Paul George out. Let Paul George, you can put Paul George somewhere else, but Melo, you know, Melo could operate on the half court. So I would like to see that. And but what you think about the Timberwolves, my brother?
Well, like I had said earlier, I like the Timberwolves. They're a good team. They just young. I feel the same way with Phoenix. What they got good players. They got good talent. I just feel like they're young and they need to just work some things out. But they're good teams.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That's right, Phoenix. Right, Phoenix. I think Phoenix is a ninth or tenth slot, but they playing well too. But they gonna get better too. Phoenix, I think the people in Phoenix, Arizona, y'all got a good team. Y'all got a good team. Their team was on the rise. Lord, if they keep their core, y'all team was on the rise and everything. But I think the team that we need to watch out for, and I have to say this, is Utah. Some about Utah, you think you forget about them, but they make sure you don't forget about them. So we got to keep our eye on Utah, because Utah is the team we gotta watch out for. Now I'm gonna go back to the NBA, bro. The BTs got knocked off. It's gonna be Michigan. It's going to be Kansas. It's going to be Loyola of Chicago, I believe. Hold on, fam. Let me see. But we got a small team gonna play in the championship. NCAA. Oh, here we go. I'll pull up NCAA Final Four. It's gonna be Michigan. It's gonna be. No, hold up. Let me pull this up. It's gonna be Kansas and Villanova. Let me see. I'm gonna hit Brad because the Final Four. It's gonna be LCHI against Michigan and Villanova and Kansas. That's gonna be on the 31st. And the championship is going to be in San Antonio. So we got a small team, and the rest of the three, they are big teams. Now, people talking about Villanova and stuff like that, I'm gonna get off and go back to the pros. But they be playing well though. They be playing well. So we gotta look out for those teams too. So this is gonna be exciting and stuff. You say Kansas could go all the way. Well, I'm not sleeping on Michigan now. I ain't sleeping on Michigan. Michigan impressive. They showed up. Michigan showed up. But now we get back into sport, get back into pros and stuff like that. But Utah, they got this guard. He ain't no joke. Okay, it's Loyola. Okay. I think it's Loyola, Chicago, Michigan, Villanova, and Kansas. So they good. So and why Kansas sound familiar? Because the great Paul Pierce played for is going to be future Hall of Famer for the Celtics. He played for Kansas. This is back I'm talking about in the late '80s. So that sounds familiar. That's JTography I'm throwing at you. Paul Pierce played at Kansas. Michigan. Why Michigan sounds familiar? That's the Fab Four back in the early '90s. Okay, and I think Loyola. If I'm thinking that's Loyola in Chicago. If I'm not mistaken, it's the great Hank Gathers and Bo Kimball. That's back in the early '90s. They played, and they used to score. If that's the same team, that's what I'm talking about. So you got teams that historic. Villanova. They had this player named Ed Pigney. He played along the Big East back in the days in the '80s with Patrick Ewing, Mark Jackson, St. John's in him. So I just do a little history on that. Let you know about that. Let me see. Let me see. What's that team? What's like that? Um. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell about that. Brother, do you heard about the Cowboys think about getting rid of Dez Bryant?
Yeah, they need to. He taking up too much fucking salary cap space, and he not really doing shit. He's a great talent, but you know we could use him over there in Green Bay. You know.
Hey, you got Rodgers. You still got Aaron.
Exactly. So we could use him over there in Green Bay. You know, but they just tired of him. You know, because Des Bryant is a problem. You know. He's a problem for the franchise, you know. So they tired of him. So they gonna find something to do with him. Shit, they could give him to us, you know.
Yeah.
Last time I heard, we don't got Jordy Nelson no more.
Yeah, they traded him away. I don't know why he got rid of Jordy Nelson.
Cause he kept getting hurt, and when it was time for him to show up, he was hurt. But I still wouldn't have got rid of him. I'd have got rid of Randall Cobb first. Be honest.
That was surprised that they didn't get rid of Randall Cobb. I didn't understand. I didn't understand that logic. Why you didn't get rid of Randall Cobb? The Jets trying to get a Dominican Sue. You know who he is, right?
Yeah. They a Dominican Sue is the defensive lineman.
Right. Yeah. The Jets,
he used to play for Detroit when he first came in.
Right. He used to play Detroit, and then after Detroit didn't want to pay no money, then he went to the Dolphins, and then they let him go. Now he was visiting other teams like Green Bay, what your team, Green Bay, and other teams, but the Jets was not on the list. But the Jets offered much more money. Now he's still visiting other teams. He's not saying about the Jets and stuff, but they offer him. They throwing the table at him. Now, do I think that they should get him? I feel they shouldn't like empty the table on him. But I think he'd be a very good piece for the Jets. But I think the Jets really need a running back, and they definitely need a quarterback, and they need some wide receivers that could stretch the field. Because it's good that a football team can play possession defense. There's nothing wrong with that. If you got playmakers, you can go either way. But now, the way how the league is and stuff like that, you need explosive players. And the Jets got to upgrade their offense. I believe they offensive line got better the last 2 years. They got better, but they just had garbage. They just got garbage running back. Now I like Powell, but Powell is like a fullback. Powell like he's one of their blockers. He can run though. He can catch the ball off the field. I would keep Powell, but they need a running back that could scare the team. So, and then when you have a tight end and some receivers could stretch the team, when you put A on the box, you can send them out because then you run the ball well now. So they're gonna stack in 8, and then you can just go play. You can just play action up top. That's what people don't like. Like people that I don't like the Patriots, they be team. But one thing I respect the Patriots. When the Patriots was winning, they had a somewhat running game. and then they used to go on top and stuff like that. So I think the Jets, you know, they want to get a diamond suit. Yeah, that's well and good, but they got to work on they got to straighten out their offense. They got to have people. Now I would tell you like this though. I didn't know this that McCoy played for the Buffalo Bills. I don't know. He got traded or he went to another team. I don't know. So I would suggest I'll get him. Every year he get over 1,000 something. He averaged like 1,400 yards, and then plus he can stretch the field. He can catch the ball there.
You talking about LaShawn McCoy that used to play for Philly?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he's nice. He's definitely nice because you're right. He's a all around back. He could get you a first down for a possession. He could run long distance and he could catch a pass too.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, we need somebody like that, you know, and that's why like Pittsburgh. I was surprised Pittsburgh didn't go further. I really because they had everything, but I think that what hurt Pittsburgh, they secondary was not up to par, and then you think about Jacksonville explode that. Now I don't understand that, but I think that I think Green Bay is good if they, like you said, if they get Dez Bryant, and he got something to prove. So and they get him, but the Giants, that's my team. I want that running back from Penn State, Saquon. I want Saquon. I want him. I don't want no other thing because the last few years, for me, but the matter of fact, going for a long time, we was not running the ball well. And I know people say, oh, what about the offensive line? Yeah, that's true. But we didn't have nobody that can scare. I don't want nobody else. If I was the owner of the Giants, listen, it's Saquon Barkley on 1 and 2. We getting him. We gonna do whatever we can. We getting him because when you get him, then you can go down the draft. You can get a defensive line. You can get an offensive line. Then you could build up your special teams. Because there's quite a few of this draft. You can get some good players. You can get some good players a second round and third round. That some of them are like third team All American, second team All American. So you can get something like that. That's what I would like the Giants to do, and even the Jets. The quarterback from Washington, he went to Minnesota. I think Minnesota, that's a good move because they definitely
they got Kirk Cousins.
They got it was between the Jets and Minnesota. He picked Minnesota. Yeah. Kirk Cousins went to
shit.
Yeah, he went to Minnesota.
Damn, we in trouble. Because they're in our division.
Yeah, that's true. But I think you think,
Nah, man, we need. See, that's our problem too. We need a better goddamn secondary. Because it's like once a receiver get past our linebackers, shit, we pretty much sweet. You know what I'm saying? Our safeties and our corners, they not as good as they used to, man. We need some new guys back there, man. We need some more aggression. Because these receivers are getting better. And these quarterbacks be delivering, man. All these quarterbacks, these no-name guys, they starting to come up. Look what Jacksonville did last year.
Yeah.
Blake Bortles was killing.
Especially the running game too.
Blake Bortles. Just listen to that name. He was torturing people.
Yeah.
He was killing, man. He was killing.
And you know why he was killing it too? Because that's all they were doing. They were doing a wildcat offense, but they had different formations of it. You know what I'm saying, my brother? And that's how he was getting them yards. The wildcat offense. That's how they beat Pittsburgh twice. One to this during the season and then the playoffs. They just, like I said, they just had different formations. They disguised their formations. Yeah.
Right.
That's what they were doing. So I want to ask the chat, what is your favorite football team? But I'm looking for Pittsburgh to bounce back. See, I don't know about the Jets because the Jets, they iffy to me. If they don't do nothing, I think that. Oh, the Lions, okay. The True Hurt Podcast are Lions, okay. Lions got a pretty good team too, but they lost a lot of close games though. They lost a lot of close games. And I like their quarterback, but he gets hurt all the time. And they got a pretty good running back too. Yeah, I think Detroit gotta fix up. Their defense is okay. I think that they just gotta work on their plays and stuff. But I think the line, what they need to work on is their offensive line. They got to work on their offensive line. They work on the offensive line. They gonna be much better because he could throw that ball. He definitely could throw that ball. And let's see what other teams. The safety from yeah, you're right. On the True Per Podcast said they've been known for having good running back since Barry Sanders. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you always had good, but it's like you never really have like a real core of offensive line that been there for like 3 or 4 years. Sherman, oh yeah, the safety Sherman from Seattle, my brother, he went to San Francisco 49ers.
Oh shit! Word.
Yeah.
Richard Sherman.
Richard Sherman. He went the 49ers now.
What you think about him? You think he washed up?
Nah. I don't think he washed up. I don't think he should went to San Francisco. I would tell you like this. Now, if the Jets want to make a noise, they should have got him. That was showing up the safety.
Nah, I think Sherman probably went there because he probably wanted to stay on the West Coast.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, because he's from the West Coast too. Yeah.
Yeah, he probably wanted to stay out there with that weather. Because once you start coming towards closer to us, it get cold, man.
Mm-hmm.
So he probably wanted to play in the sun still. So that's why he probably just stayed out there in Cali.
Yeah.
Because Seattle was on the West Coast too.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I think that's an excellent point. That's an excellent point. And Houston, I don't hear that much about the Houston. I don't hear that much about them. Only thing I heard about Houston that they own it, he's racist. And that's the only thing. And also in Carolina Panthers, there are some people trying to buy the Carolina Panthers, but I heard Curry and P. Diddy backed off. They changed their mind to buy the Panthers. And so I really want to see how they're going to react of all the turmoil they've been going through for the last 2 years. Because a lot of people don't understand, the Panthers 3 years ago, they played for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, man. I think, see, what a lot of people don't know either, man, is out here in North Carolina, you know, it's still kind of, prejudice and shit,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
I believe, the reason why Cam is not playing too well is because he letting a lot of the politics and shit people saying about him get to him.
Mm-hmm.
Cam is caught up in his head, man.
Yeah.
And that shit, dealing with politics fucks with the performance of a lot of athletes, even your entertainers. Whenever they got to deal with the politics and, why you think a lot of the hip hoppers really don't want to fuck with labels,
Mm-hmm.
with the mainstream labels, because you got to deal with a lot of bullshit. And that's what Cam is dealing with. They finding him every time he do the dab, all types of shit he dealing with. So that's why I think they not playing as good as he used to, because they want Cam to conform and
Yeah.
play a certain way.
Right.
And ever since he been trying to play that way, they've been losing.
They be losing. Right. And at the same time too, at the Panthers, they hired somebody that that can help his image, and kind of find out he was white wing. He's conservative. I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the same guy with same racial overtones doing the Republican Party. So, and so I find like I'm not gonna say I don't respect Cam, but I think that as a man, that's why I respect the athletes back in the '60s, because they stand up for something. Okay, at the end of the day, I'm a man. And then at the same time, back then, they didn't call players like come out of college kid. They called grown young man or grown man. But see, now it's you got players that come out of college, and especially they come to NFL, they call them kids. They're not kids. And also a lot of them we gotta understand too. Back then, and I want people to understand what I'm saying, that listening from the outside and in the chat, and you will understand what I'm saying, my brother. To see the athletes back then, no matter what color, no matter what nationality was, you come from a two-family household. So there was structure. You know what I'm saying? Right now, a lot of it, especially in our community, it comes from one family household as the mother. I'm not saying nothing wrong with it, but there is no masculinity that it convene of what's going on, and that's why we see a lot of trouble, a lot of turmoil and trouble in the NFL. Now they did try to have clean up, or trying to have Big Brother and stuff like that, but until we understand the real dynamics, and at the same time, then you got the media played up on that, and so there's a dynamic we have to think about that. What you think about that, bro?
I think it's just like what's been going on forever. It's either you give up your masculinity and get the bag, or keep your masculinity and we take the bag.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's really about, especially for a lot of these young cats. That's why you see a lot of the young cats, they just conform. Because at the end of the day, they don't care if somebody's saying, they look feminine or they look weak or whatever, because they rich. And I think that's what Cam is fighting with. Cam want that bag. He want to keep getting that money.
Right.
So, that's why you see he dressed more colorful, and he not as he's not as entertaining as he used to be. They dumbed him down, man.
Yeah.
Because that's just what the system do. That's just how they keep us, intact. That's what Master do. He cracked that whip. And you got to understand too that a lot of these players now, they're not politically sound, because not because just the family they came from, but you got to look at society. Does politics really matter to the guys and girls in his generation? Cam is a young guy. Cam younger than me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm only 32. Cam younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you got to think about that too. These young dudes and these women don't give a damn about no politics. Listen, give me that money and that's it. You
Yeah.
know, I don't care what people say about me. I don't care how I look to the older generation. I don't care about that. You know, they don't care about the respect of the people who came before them and what they had to fight for. You know, dudes like Jim Brown, and they don't care about none of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because society doesn't dictate that they should care. See,
Yeah.
you know, them older players, they was in a time where, you know, the racial overtone was real. The prejudice was real.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, it was smacking their face. That's why you had dudes like Barry Sanders who left the game early, Jim Brown, Walter Payton. That's why you had them type of dudes because it was smack dead in their face.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you see them guys, they left the game early.
Yeah.
And they went on and to do a lot of activist work. But these young players, they don't give a damn, bro. Just give me the money. You know what I'm saying?
Let me get
And
that back.
isn't Cam girl a white girl?
Yes.
So I mean, come on. They already, you know, he already got pieced up with a white woman, you know, so he in a sunken place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. It's just for me, I broke it down like that because, you know, I seen the change. And I seen the family units break it down. I don't want people think I'm getting off the subject because I'm not. But then all I'm saying just connect the dots and stuff. But there's a structure, and so now they structure is like keep the masculinity down, and that's why like you find all right. Let's talk. All right, I'm glad you brought that up. Let's talk about Adele Beckham.
Oh, Odell Beckham. Oh yeah, the shit he dealing with now is crazy.
Yeah, it is.
You know, but you know, I think that's what happens, you know, not to say that it's right, you know, but that's what happens when you acting wild and shit like that. You know, Odell Beckham a wild dude, man.
Yeah, he's
He
wild.
a wild dude. He be into some shit. So, you know, it doesn't surprise me that he got jammed up on some bullshit. Cause
Yeah,
he put himself out there too much to get jammed up. You feel me?
yeah, exactly. You around cold. You notice these people gonna set you up. You in the boat or whatever it is that you around coke and all like. Oh yeah, I never thought. I thought it was sugar. You need your ass to get slapped, and you know better. But you want that top dollar. He ain't gonna get that contract. It won't surprise me if the Giants gonna try and trade him to free up some money. That's what I think. I could be wrong, but he is too much heady. He's just like a walking time bomb. Out there, why you going to the club? Damn, why you dancing with men? What's wrong with you? Yo, I want to have fun. Yo, yeah, but this is the thing about too I never do you heard Johnny Manziel trying to make a comeback?
Nah, but it's not a surprise. What the fuck else he gonna do? What else he gonna do for a check?
They didn't do nothing for a check, but I think that but I'm gonna mention a few things. We're gonna talk a little, then we're gonna close this out in a few. But The NBA draft is going to be end of June. We're going to do a preview of that. And watch out for us because we're going to do some stuff. We're going to do some stuff throughout the playoffs and stuff. So I got to make sure to see, when the brother going to come with me and stuff like that. Open the panel up. I'm still working on that. So stay tuned for that. We're going to bring some sports. This is my first. And I see. Hey, let's get them lights up, family. You're kind of stingy on them lights. Let's get them lights up. But brother, I do wanna do you follow man, that ain't make no sense to talk about baseball because it's still spring season and stuff. I do wanna ask you know what? I want to talk about this. I'm gonna pick out a player. I'm gonna say a player and tell me could they play in the past. They pick out a player. LeBron James.
Could he play like in the older times?
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna say no.
No, okay.
Cause you gotta be a lot more tougher.
Yeah.
You're not gonna just get calls, geared toward you because you this type of person. Plus, back then, the competition level was much higher. And back then too, a lot of the good teams had, 4 or 5 good ass players. It's not like now where you will have a team where you got a good point guard, a good shooting guard, or a good shooting guard in the center. Back then you had 4 or 5 motherfuckers who was monsters on one team. Look at the old school Laker teams.
Yeah.
A lot of people talk about Magic, but you had other guys who was just as nice.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Who really played their part. Look at Boston, look at Detroit. Look at them teams back then.
Yeah.
So yeah. I think a lot of these guys wouldn't last back then.
Mm-hmm.
Cause the game was just different, the calls, everything.
Yeah.
Dudes was getting their goddamn teeth knocked out. Somebody knocked LeBron teeth out, he'd be ready to walk off the damn court. And LeBron, my man, but that's just true. Yeah. He'd be ready to walk off the court and quit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think but I'm gonna pick a player that a lot of people don't talk about. I said Will Chamberlain. I'm a big Will Chamberlain fan because he was a scoring machine. He was a two-way player. And I want people like when you I forgot, but I think go to ESPN and look at Will Chamberlain. Do you know, brother, they wasn't keeping block shots back then, like in the 60s going to the 70s. Do you know in 72 against the Knicks, or was it against the Knicks or Detroit? I think it was against Detroit. Yeah, it was against Detroit. He blocked 24 blocks. Yeah, he blocked 24 shots.
Damn.
24 blocks. Then we ain't gonna talk about Bill Russell, the greatest winner ever. Do you know this motherfucker won championship elementary school, junior high school, then San Francisco Dons, they won back-to-back championships, right? Then in 1956 Olympic, and he won Olympic gold in 56. Then Boston won. I think they started dying back in the. I think they really started dying like in the late 50s. I think they won 2. I think 58, 59, and then they linger like this. And then the history. Then the 60s was like crazy. That they won practically went on. But see, back then too, it was less teams playing too. So when you talk about comparative, it was tight. Because Oscar, I've said the great Oscar Robertson. Now, a lot of people know Oscar Robertson. He was the first one average triple double throughout his career. But I think it was 1 year. I think 1 year he did that. I think it was like 65 or 66 or 66 or something like that. But he played, as I say, he played. He played a team in Cincinnati. Yes, Cincinnati did have a pro team back in the 60s, but he had to go to the Bucks in 71 to get a championship with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's how compared to the NBA was. And plus, Bill Russell, he's the first person ever in basketball history. Coach, he was a player coach. They won a championship in '69 when they beat the Lakers. Now, a lot of people don't understand this. Lakers had great teams back in the 60s, but they can never beat Boston. They had Jerry West, Elgin Baylor. Then later on, that's when in the late 60s, they add they add the Big Dipper. I call it the Big Dipper 2. And they finally won a championship back in 70. And then we could talk about the next one is 70 and 73. But see, back then they didn't have that many teams. So it wasn't like I'm gonna go to a good team and have like a super team. No, it wasn't like that. Everybody had to wait their turn and stuff. And another player too, that Willis Reed too. Now I think Will Chamberlain could now. I think Will Chamberlain could play right now. Well, right, I think he could play right now, even back in the '80s too. But do you know, bro, that Will Chamberlain led the league in assists in 1 year in the league? You know that?
Yeah, because I had checked out Victor Lyons. Shout out to Victor Lyons TV. He
Yes.
does a lot of that on his channel.
Mm-hmm.
Where he goes into the, because he got one about Wilt Chamberlain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he got a couple of them on there. Check it out. He got a lot of stories, and he breaking down dudes' stats and all of that type of stuff. So yeah, I learned a couple things from watching his shit.
Yeah, Will Chamberlain.
So yeah, I did know that.
Yeah, Will Chamberlain. And a lot of people say Will Chamberlain was not a winner, but you gotta understand, Bill Russell had his core stayed with him like almost over 12 years. That means a lot. Will Chamberlain had to do with everything. So, but I forgot he won two. He won one at Philadelphia 76. That's when they was playing San Francisco, and they moved to Philadelphia. They became the same Sixers back in '67, and then they beat Boston. I think they beat Boston in the Eastern Conference. Then they finally, I forgot who they played. I think they played the Royals, something like that. Well, that's his first title. And then 3 years later, he won another title with the Lakers, in the early 70s and stuff like that. But Will Chamberlain never really have a supporting cast that lasts for 4 or 5 years. But to understand what Will Chamberlain, throughout his career, stuff like that. And plus, he's the first person score 100 points against the Knicks back in '62 in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Family, 1962, Will Chamberlain scored 100 points. And he was young then too. I'm going to say one player that I think that could play either era. I said Michael Jordan. Yeah, I said Michael. I said Michael Jordan. I think Mike could play either. But I'm gonna tell you one player that I like and nobody don't get credit deserve is Elijah Wan. Elijah Wan is very, very underrated. What do you think about that, bro?
My bad, my bad. I agree. I believe um Hakeem Olajuwon is one of the greatest centers ever.
Yeah.
And what a lot of people don't know is too, he taught, a lot of centers of today, and for like the past 10 years of his retirement or however long he's been retired, he's been working with other big guys, teaching them how to, working on their footwork and stuff like that. That's
Yeah.
why you see a lot of these guys now, these young guys, you know, when they first come in the league, they be good, but over a couple of years they get better because they go and work out with Hakeem.
Hmm.
Hakeem is that guy. He the one who helped Dwight Howard
Yeah. A
with
lot.
his footwork. He helped a lot of big guys. So
Yeah.
Hakeem is definitely that dude. You know, I believe even he helped Shaq out a lot too, because I remember that year when he beat Shaq and them when Shaq was on a Magic. Shaq couldn't figure out what the hell Hakeem was doing. It was
Right.
that nigga footwork. It was his feet work. So I believe he helped Shaq. I believe Shaq went to him too. If I'm not mistaken, but I believe Shaq went to him too and learned how to, you know, work with them feet, man. So Hakeem the Dream, he's definitely one of the greatest.
One of the greatest, yeah. And also too, let's not forget how he killed David Robinson. When David Robinson got that MVP, yeah, they know that MVP is supposed to go to Elijah, and I never forget he killed he killed he killed the. I remember that a lot of people was upset that Elijah did not get the MVP, and I never he told Clyde Drexler, he said, "No, listen, we out here to get the big one. We out here to get the big one." And but you could tell it was personal, and he killed them. Like, oh my goodness. So a large one, I feel that could play evenly. Oh yes, it's gonna be sometimes family. I'm gonna be doing that sometimes. I'm going like pick a certain players, and I'm gonna ask the chat. Do you think they could play either era? I'm gonna do it not all the time, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it at times and stuff like that. Let me see. What's the other player? No, not today. Jerry West. Do you think Jerry West could play either era?
Nah, he can't play today. They'll bust his ass.
Okay. I started to say Kevin Garnett, but I don't know because I think he's very underrated too. Very skilled, great two-way player, you know. And I just wish the Timberwolves would have had him and Marbury. I wish they could have worked that out because it was something special. It was something special. And that other white guy they had, it was Guliana. I wish they could have worked out. You know. But any last words, my brother?
And shout out to everybody. Make sure y'all tune in, to the underrated sports talk. We're gonna be doing this for the rest of the NBA season. You know, we probably be doing it once a week. you know, just coming in here and touching on stats and what's going on, keeping y'all updated so y'all stay tuned. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe, you know, subscribe to me, Sheep Stay Sleep TV, to stay in tune with everything I'm doing. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. That's it.
Yeah, all right, cool. Shout out, yo, subscribe and like to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Also we gonna do, I don't know, DS1, DS1 no baseball, but we gonna do some stuff like that too. So stay tuned. I want to thank my brother D to the S to the 1 for joining me, and stay tuned. Like I told you before, the Underrated one be bringing it. Told y'all, the Underrated ain't playing. So I'm gonna shut out these people, and then I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna close it out. I'll shout out to the Jarvis Davis. Yo, it's like he said, let's get them likes and the views up. Thank you, my brother, for joining in. Very much appreciated. D Love 1000. Thanks for showing love to us and everything. Very much appreciate. Subscribe and like to everybody in the channel. I mean everybody in the chat, and participate. Very much appreciated. My beautiful one, Miss Rice. Craig J. Thanks for joining family. Very much appreciated. Zeus the Flipper One. Thanks again. My sister Ty Brown. Thank you so much for joining. Guess that's let me see. I guess that's it. Uncle Shug, the People's Champ. Thanks for joining in. Very much appreciated, my brother. Reign Supreme. Thank you for joining. Very much appreciated. And Sheenan, thanks for joining. Thanks for coming. Very much appreciated. The Truth Hurt podcast. Always a pleasure, my brother. Please, everybody that I mentioned, please come back, because we're gonna do this often, like once a week. I don't know about twice, so I'm gonna talk to my man D to that's the one, so you can do it twice a week. But so far, we're gonna do it once a week. We're gonna bring the best. So stay tuned for that. Okay. Let me see. You see anybody else? I think I missed somebody. Let's see. Brother Rob, thanks for coming, my brother, the educator of our community. Thanks for coming, Brother Rob, the educator of our community. Thanks for joining. Very much appreciated. My brother, Bo9263. Subscribe to him. He part of the LDBC family. My salute to the LDBC family. Thanks again. So shout out to Bo9263. Thanks for coming, my brother. Very much appreciate you. Glad you're okay. Shout out to my sister, Strange Maclick. Thank you so much, for joining me and DS1, the Underrated Sports Show with DS1. Thanks for joining my sister. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure for him. You can check her out on her channel, and also she be at Megalodon channel. Yee. Check them out and everything. They have some good information. Always encouraging words. So check them out and everything. I think that. Let me see. I think that is it, my brother. Again, I want to thank y'all so much to make this a success. Sorry, we started late and everything, but you came through, and I just want to let you know that stay tuned. I want you to keep on stay tuned to the Underrated Sports Show. Underrated Sports Show. And also, please say, I'm going to definitely, like I said, I'm going to do an interview on my brother Ernest Jones. He's head of AnsOtoys.com. He's in a hospital now, but he doing much better. I don't know. He's out today. I talked to him earlier that he was waiting to see he get ready, leave, go home. So say a prayer for my brother Ernest Jones. Very much appreciated. So watch out for that. I got some more stuff coming and anything. I got to do some cooking, and I'm gonna work on doing some desserts too. And so watch out for that and everything. Of underrated show on behalf of me and my brother D to the S to the one. We're gonna say good night, and I'm Ghost.